People stare.
Oh, it's so true.
I'll take, who would take? We'll take Beta. Ira can maybe pass, and, you guy in the back. I can't tell if you're human or not. You smell funny.
It's me. Rude.
It's last week.
Also, with how short you are, I'm afraid of what you're sniffing.
I'm standing at least 20 feet away.
Bruha.
Not multiple times.
Alright, looks like we're all hunky-dory. Alright. So, last time we left off with you guys entering Leylon. I think it's Leylon. The wagon rumbles down the worn stone road, cresting the last hill before the sea comes into view once more. Nestled against a rocky shore, the town of Leylon stretches out before you. 3 days have passed since you departed the charred ruins of the Half-Pint. Now, beneath the pale sun of the 5th of Hammer, with a day a quarter spent, you find yourself in the worn streets of Leylon. Alistair Halfpoint rides ahead atop the wagon, his small hands steady on the reins as he steers with easy familiarity down the streets to Hearthwood stables. You walk alongside him, talking in the bustle of the town, fishmongers crying their wares, smiths hammering at their forges, and townsfolk hurrying about their day's business. Before long, the sturdy shape of the stables comes into view. Alistair pulls the wagon to a halt and dismounts with a soft grunt. His boots scuff the dirt as he reaches for the small pouch hanging from his belt. Thank ye kindly for seeing me safe. It was a pleasant journey, if not for the dark shadow that drove me it. He huffs in dejected sound and presses a pouch into your hand. 10 gold apiece, as agreed. Did you guys actually put that in there last week, or did you still need to?
Oh, I need
Still
to.
need to.
Alright, so just add 10 gold.
Making all the monies.
It's important. What are we gonna drink with otherwise?
He offers a tired smile, then nods towards the stables with a tilt of his chin. Let us actually move towards the stables. It is right up here. Let me see if I can find the wagon. I didn't add the wagon, so never mind about that.
So question.
Really big wagon. What's the question?
Are we supposed to be level 2 by now?
Yep, you guys
Yes.
leveled at the end.
Okay, oh shit.
Did you need to,
How do I
you
import the
already-
level?
You just need to import?
Yeah.
Alright,
Me
I'll go
too.
ahead and do that. I'll do
You
it
gonna
this
do me too?
Yeah.
So
If
I don't
you-
break it?
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to learn how to do it yourself, then just hit me up later. It's not hard. It's just a lot of options need to be checked before you go nuts.
That's me. I should.
Okay.
You all should be level 2 now.
Sweet.
Nice. Thanks.
No problemo. Anyway, Howl through half point continues. 10 gold apiece, as agreed. He offers a tired smile, then nods towards the stables with a tilt of his chin. Come along, if you will. Let's greet Garen Hearthwood together. Mayhaps he's heard a whisper or two of what could aid your search. Word travels fast in a town of this size, after all. He strides towards the stable and, with a small show of courtesy, pulls the door open, holding it as wide as he waits for your decision. You may choose to accompany Mr. Hallister, or you can go explore the town.
I figure we'll go with him. I mean, he knows more than we do.
You gonna
Might as well.
Tati you gonna go steal a horse, Tati?
I mean, I at some point would like to go to that peculiarities shop.
Sounds good.
Well, yeah, but
Despite
for now.
being able to pronounce the word.
Okay, it's loading. I'm going to watch what the kobold's doing and watch what Dell's doing.
I'm gonna smile at him and go in. And we'll smile at him and go in.
Dell is self-consciously sniffing his shirt.
For a second, I thought there was a horse inside the tavern.
This isn't a tavern, it's a stable.
It certainly is.
Oh, you're right. Yes. I saw the bar and then I saw the horse and I was like, "What?"
The horse bar.
Yeah.
The horse bar.
That's where the horses go to get drunk. You
I mean, it's not like those cat bars in Japan. We can't just go on and pet horses and get drunk.
I would fucking love that. Pardon my French. Alright.
Seldom hear you use the F word. I'm proud of you.
Oh, shut up. Alright. You step into the stables along Hallister. The air inside is thick with the scent of hay, leather, and horses. No sooner do you cross the threshold than a broad-shouldered man looks up from behind the worn counter. In recognition, brightens his face. Hallister! With a booming laugh, he strides forward and scoops the gnome up in a crushing embrace. Hallister's small frame stiffens as his cheeks turn a shade redder than a yawning portal rose. After a moment, Garen sets him down gently, clapping him on the shoulder with a hand nearly the size of the gnome's head. It's been too long, old friend. I haven't seen hide nor tail of you since you set off to Waterdeep for Annabelle's wedding. Tell me, how have the years treated you? Surely the road's been kind? Alistair gives a short, fond squeeze in return before the lights fade from his expression. The burden he carries is plain to look on his face. Not good, Garen. Not good at all. The big man's brow furrows, concerned watching over his ruddy features as Hallister speaks. The half-pint is gone, laid to waste by a fireball. Some foul sorcerer or devil spawn struck it down. Many of my patrons lost their lives. My home, my livelihood, gone to ash. Garen shakes his head in disbelief, plain across his weathered face. I cannot believe it. Who in the 9 hells would wish ill on Hallister Halfpoint or his house? There's no sense to it. Alistair shrugs, hands spread wide in a gesture of helplessness, sorrow darkening his gaze. After a long breath, he turns the motion towards you and your companion. These folk are the survivors of that night. They saw more than I. I was cast behind the bar when the blast struck, and I knew little else since I woke up. But they faced the darkness head on. He nods solemnly. A robed villain conjured devilkin, imps, to slay the wounded. But these brave souls held fast and fought them off. Truly, beyond belief. Garen shakes his head slowly, his gaze shifting from Hallister to the eclectic group gathered behind him, his brow knit together as he takes in the full measure of your company. You've kept some strange company, my friend. Stepping forward with a cautious air, Garen gives a what does that say? Garen offers a broad, callous hand towards you one by one, though the wariness in his eyes never quite leaves. His gaze lingers first on Ira, the drow among you. It's not off I offer a hand to one of your folk, with no blade at the ready.
Well, I'm not on a mission to kill anybody yet.
And a good thing, too. His voice holds no true malice, only the guardedness of a man who's lived in long enough to know that what tales are told among the Sword Coast. As he turns his attention to the others, kobold, goblin, lizard folk, his brow climbs higher still, his expression a curious mixture of incredulity and guarded respect, and rarer still to find goblinkin and dragonkin walking beside them, in peace no less. Whether you accept his handshake or not, Garen remains unshaken, though his suspicious eyes mark each of you with a seasoned soldier's measure. After a moment, he crosses his arms, his expression softens somewhat. Still, you saved Hallister's life, and that weighs heavier than old fears. For that, you have my thanks. He leans slightly forward, lowering his voice. Come now, I can see it plain. You've a purpose heavy on your shoulders. Tell me what of it, and there's aught that I can do to help. You'll have it.
Betty's gonna shake his hand, smile and shake his hand, and kind of nod at him. We're just trying to find information.
Yes, the cloaked fellow, you said, right?
Yeah. Well, we kind of like to know who did this and kind of pay him back for it, I guess.
He crosses his arms and takes a moment to ponder. The cloaked fellow you speak of passed through twice. One 7 days pass heading north, likely bound for the half-pint, and once more 2 days ago, after whatever dark deed he wrought. Aaron folds his arms across his broad chest, his brow creased in thought. He rode a black pony, stabled her with me while he stayed the night. But where he went after that, he rode out. That's a trail I can't rightly follow. He taps a thick finger against his chin, considering a moment, then gives a firm nod. Folk here in Leylon, we keep our eyes sharp and our mouths sharper. Outsiders don't pass unnoticed. He gestures toward the southern part of town. If you're looking for whispers, best start with the Peculiarities Shop, run by Tom, Maria, and Germa. Those three are more than most. Or hear more than most.
Thank you. Did he take good care of his animal?
Yes, I did take good care of his animal.
No, I know you did. Did he take good care of his animal?
Truth be told, that was a fine horse. Far more fine than most I've ever seen.
Okay. I just want to know how detailed he is.
I assure you, the animal was well kept for. Almost as if someone of a higher blood was the one that kept it.
Well, that's a weird thing to say.
He was dark cloaked, but was there anything else that you could notice about him? Skin color, eye color, hair color, height.
Outlook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Race?
Smelled like. God damn it.
Well,
Race?
Why?
as you can likely imagine, the only thing I smell around here is horse manure. But that man, I can only tell you that he hid himself well beneath his cloak. By the texture of his skin, I would say he's at least middle-aged, but that's the most I can give you. He showed no other features from beneath his hidden veil.
You could see his skin though. What color was his skin?
I'm actually thinking about that one because I don't know if it would be. I suppose I'll just go with Caucasian.
Okay.
I will admit that when we were in battle with him, I didn't get a good measure. What was his cloak expensive?
No, you asking Garen?
I'm asking if his cloak was expensive, because if his horse seemed to be taken care of by someone of higher stature, I'm wondering if his cloak measured that.
Are you asking Garen or are you asking the rest of your group?
I'm asking Garrett.
Alright. Well, I'm not someone who knows well about tailoring, but you might find better answers than the peculiarities shop where the tailor lives.
All right.
You might oh, sorry, go ahead.
Did he speak to you though? When he set up lodging for his horse?
No real words to me. Only paid me for his boarding, I guess it's called. And then headed to the inn. But I know for certain that other people around the town have seen him. Gammon,
Okay.
or sorry, what?
You certain it was the man then?
Either that or a very, very handsome woman. You might drop by the barge yard as well. Conrad Brinebeard keeps a keen enough eye, though there's a few pieces missing from the dwarves' puzzle, if you take my meaning.
Sarah, did you smell anything when we were attacked?
You know, I wasn't really focusing on that scent.
I never once imagined a Yonti would be southern.
God. Well, you know, there was a lot of smoke in the air. It was hard to smell anything different.
Burning flesh can be a bit overpowering.
Mm.
If all else fails, though, speak to Warren Dissengope at the Humberhulk Shell Inn. He keeps to himself more often than not, but doesn't much care for trouble, but he's no fool. If a hooded man left any tracks, Warren's likely to have seen him.
I have some spots to check into if anybody wants.
Well,
Now, Garen, what's with these horse heads on poles?
horse heads on poles.
What?
Oh, the toys.
Elias is holding one between his legs, specifically the unicorn one of the Rainbow Man.
Please don't get that so close to your junk.
How do Okay. it's all on the inside, don't worry about it. How much?
Oh, for the hobby horse?
Mm-hmm.
Give me one sec.
I'm just thinking, like, is there a good market for those? Like, if I find a dead horse and taxidermy its head, put it on a pike, you think that'd sell good?
Probably not.
It's worth a try.
She's definitely going to pay attention to what price they sell for.
I don't think any children would want that version.
Be hyper realistic.
You never know.
But lean down and very quietly whisper to Del, "Are we even interested in this? We probably weren't the targets of that. Or do you think that this could lead to something?"
I want to find out why.
There we go. I'll give it to you for 2
Alright.
gold pieces.
And I don't.
Elias
wanna-
nods, turns, and then using the hobby horse, quote, gallops over to him and pays him 2 gold.
Wonderful. Alright, so that would be loot.
It's not a sight you see every day.
It's magnificent.
Does it reduce its movement speed is the question. Does it increase it?
Give some cross rot.
Oh, God.
Alright, Elias. There you go. It's in your inventory now. Alright. If nothing else.
You said he talked to you. Did he have an accent?
Who?
The
Mr.
cloaked
Yacht.
figure.
No, he said he didn't say any words, just paid.
Yeah. It was very, very quiet under his his spooky cloak. But if you have no other business, this is a stables. Are you interested in any of my wares?
I think Takibana wants a horsey. Oh, god damn it, Kobe! That is my ass. Cut it out.
That or a job. Or a job behind the counter.
Double click on Garen and you'll see what he has for sale. Cheapest one is the mule for 8 gold.
Big boy.
It's close to an ass.
Yeah, they're not getting a war horse this early and you can't afford it anyway.
Kind of expensive, aren't they? That's like half a horse.
Which half?
What did you buy there? Oh, you got the riding horse? And that was for Tachibana? Alright, so riding horse.
Out of game, what's the speed on a horse?
Depending on which one, I believe the speed for a riding horse is 60, and one for a draft horse is like 50.
Pony is 40.
Oh, you could keep up with me. That's cute.
Figure ownership.
Do you happen to have any side saddles? I prefer to ride like a lady.
Well, we do have saddlebags. Might just hop on one of those.
Fucking hell, I'm leaving. I'm not buying anything.
Let's see. Alright, so Mr. Tachibana, did you already okay. You already figured out you have a horse now? Alright, and did you know that if you double click on open up your inventory and the horse is actually a bag. So anything you want to store on the horse, you do it from there.
Put Sarah in.
If anybody else purchased any animals, let me know and I'll set yours up too.
Nah, I think they're overpriced.
Don't want an 8 gold mule?
I ain't riding a mule.
I got a dog.
You could ride on a mule.
Let's see. Mules are actually quite slow. They only go 40.
God damn, quit following me.
Sorry, you're underfoot. You're gonna ride on your kitty cat?
What? Y'all are evil. Sarah's gonna cross her arms and look up at Garen and go, "Hey, isn't a pony like half a horse, so shouldn't it be half the price?"
It is about half the price.
About, and not actually is.
Well, a riding horse was 75 gold, and a pony is 30 gold. So it is actually less than half the price.
I was looking at your draft horse there.
The
You have to
draft-
pardon her. Her nose is better. Her nose is better than her math, apparently.
I have no idea what you mean. Would you like to try talking him down? Is that what you're trying to do?
Absolutely. A pony should be considerably less than a giant draft horse. It's less meat.
Less meat? Are you planning to eat it?
I mean, the future might necessitate that. Who knows?
I don't think I want to sell to you.
Fine.
And give me a persuasion check, see if you can get a discount. I'll give you an 8% discount.
Pass it out.
How much money do I have?
24 gold, 1. Hold on.
Could a draft horse eventually be armored, do you think?
That's a war horse, but yeah, you can get barding.
Fine, I'll take it at the discount. Get me a cheap ass saddle, though. I don't need your fancy crap.
All right, very well. So purchase your horsey.
I like Elias's chosen mount.
And for anyone who is interested, you can also sell items to the vendors if you have items that you need to get rid of. But as the person who can only see like the what is it called, the DM menu, I can't see how to sell it, and I think there's a third tab or something.
Second tab.
I suppose I'm required to also have a bit and bridle.
I mean, I would imagine that would be a good idea, but I'm not really sure what penalties there are for not having one.
Sure, you'll be fine. Just do with your knees, right?
We're just gonna ask Garen if she can take a look at the draft horse,
Oh yes, of course. Let's see.
and he'll be able to tell she knows exactly what she's looking at. She knows animals very, very, very well, and she's treating it with a great deal of care and kindness.
Apparently not as well as Ira, though.
Jeez.
That's the one. We do have a draft horse here. It's hanging out in the or it's hanging out in. Wait, we're come around the counter. The doors here, and then here. Of course.
Oh, I didn't see that pack saddle. Interesting.
Yeah. There's There we go. Anyway, this is the draft horse that we have there. Very sturdy, not as fast as a racing horse, but far more powerful than a pony.
Like I said, she's gonna run her hands over, check the feet, they'll check the teeth, everything. She obviously knows exactly what she's doing.
Okay.
Well, I'm very, very interested.
Well, you do seem to know much about horses. The draft horse is 50 gold pieces.
Yeah, that's my only sticking point. It's a beautiful animal.
It indeed is a beautiful animal. Oh wait, what kind of horse did you buy again? You bought the pony.
Yeah, pony. Preferably a Shetland.
What color is a Shetland?
Ah, Shetlands.
They come in any color. They're just those really small mini horses.
We call them Shetlands for a reason.
They're the ones you see at fairs giving rides to toddlers.
Gotcha.
And fighting people.
Got the pink pony club going on here.
Got mine right here.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll take him.
Wonderful. I have to thank Hallister for bringing in so many big spenders. Alright, so the pony is in there now. To buy him, just double click on Garen and purchase. Oh, you already did. Okay. And draft horse.
Did Tachi want to buy a saddle, bit and bridle, and a military saddle, but no horse?
No, they bought a horse. They
And a
bought.
riding horse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's towards further up.
Further up, okay. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, you can tell who's got the money bags around here.
Yeah, the one that decided to start with no gear whatsoever.
Nothing?
Just money and a couple things purchased from the shop.
Oh my goodness.
Best
Well,
part-
well, no, I bought a bunch of dumb shit.
Vega's just happy that she knows how to ride without a saddle.
All right.
Gonna get hard on the tailbone.
Okay. You don't. Yeah. All right. So it seems everything's down here. You guys those who have purchased an animal should be able to drag it out from the thing.
I can afford it. Alrighty, I got it. Actually, I can't drag the horse, but that's okay.
You can't drag. Well, no, not that one. It's in the actor menu. You can drag it out from the actor menu.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, my cat's so cute.
All right. Put them in the. All right. So is everybody done here in the stables? Are they ready to move on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just it's not reflecting me buying a saddle, the lack of gold says I did buy a saddle.
Is on the horse since
Is
the
it-
horse is a bag.
Do you see it in your inventory?
Let's see.
Yep, there it is.
Wait,
Okay, good.
okay.
Okay, I see it.
So shop a window.
All right. Now everybody's broke and not going to have the money to make it towards the next area.
I'm
thought
not
you
broke.
My horse was the cheapest, thank you.
That's true. And
I have no horse. I'm not horsing around.
They have 16 goals. I'm good.
now, out of character, that actually makes me wonder: can you turn into a horse?
No.
Okay, that's too bad.
And I will eventually be as fast as a horse. I'm actually almost just as fast as a horse now.
All right, let's see. Well, traveling goes by the lowest speed, so whoever is the
Yep.
slowest is who's going to be.
Unless you're gonna ditch us.
That is actually entirely possible.
I'm
Or
moving
you
back
could
to
double
Layla.
up on horses.
Alright, Dill. Shop her in.
I think probably the shop, because once we get to the end, we're probably going to want to sit down, eat, and
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I believe that.
peculiarity shop.
Yeah, that peculiar shop was a place that we could ask questions.
Let's see. So you're heading back into the Capil shop.
Yep.
the pew pew shop, the picadillo shop.
All right, to the peculiarity shop. The scent of leather, oiled metal, and freshly laundered clothes fills your nose as you step inside the peculiarity shop. Shelves line the walls, stacked with all manner of goods, from stitched cloaks to padded armor to bundles of tools, coils of rope, and curious little trinkets. Three figures that are hard at work behind the counter and the tables, but they look up as you enter, bright-eyed and welcoming. The first to speak is the gentleman at the end here. Ah, new folk here. New folk about. If you're needing a tool kit, or a bit of clever craftswork, you've come to the right hand. Tinker Tom at your service, master of all things sturdy and sound. He gives a chuckle and lifts a hammer and a mock salute. No job's too small, no game too tricky. And if it fits in the hand or pocket, I can make it, mend it, or make it.
Got
Or-
any kits for sewing? I seem to have left mine at home.
Let's see. What is a I don't remember what it's called. Is it like supplies, sewing supplies?
I can take a look.
What's the difference?
Huh. Interesting.
Suppose that would maybe have to fall under artisan's tools.
Oh, what's strange is according to D&D
Oh, wait,
Beyond,
there's no-
it's just called a sewing kit, but for some reason it's not in here.
Weird.
Weaver's tools, that's why.
Oh, you're right.
That's like basket weaving, though, isn't it?
No, you can do weaving with thread as well, like a rug.
Alright, okay. And the gentleman says, well, you'll have to talk to my wife Maria for that. She's the tailor of the household.
I'm just gonna stand there and look right at her without saying anything, inferring that my staring at her and her husband saying those words right next to her should have been enough to convey that the conversation needs to be had.
The warm brown-haired woman is sewing deftly with her fingers without even noticing your presence. She looks up. Oh, welcome, travelers. If your clothes are torn, your armor worn thin, or you seek some finders for the road ahead, I'm Maria, tailor, owner, and crowd keeper of this little shop. He sets her stitching aside and with a careful hand offering a soft, earnest smile. Fine cloaks, sturdy jerkins, padded gambesons, and a bit of light armor. Should you wish to travel protected without clinking it like a kettle?
I'm looking for a sewing kit, something less sturdy, needle and thread, preferably something used for sewing with leather.
Well, I've got a weaver's kit. Oh wait, a leather kit.
Well, usually you have to have like a sturdier needle and thread if you're going to sew through leather.
Aye, you're
Hole
looking for
punches,
leather.
that sort of thing.
You're looking for leather worker tools. You're gonna have to go back to Tinker Tom there. I have sewing stuff.
God, this is so frustrating!
You asked for sewing stuff.
Well, a needle and thread.
Yes, I have weaver's tools. Gold.
She's gonna turn and look at the other. Do you have a sewing kit for leather?
I have leather worker's tools. 5 gold.
Fine. 5
You're
gold
the
it is.
You are the angriest halfling I've ever met.
It's terrible customer service around here.
We had what you wanted.
So, I'm actually here more for information and stuff.
Oh,
About 2 days ago, there should have been a very dark cloak, secretive type person pass through.
Or 7
Like
days.
Caucasian. Both, actually, right?
Yes, both. coming and going.
Yep, black horse, stabled it, spent the night, rode out the next day. Didn't happen to stop in here at all, did they?
Aye, he did come in just for a short folk. Had me wife take a look at her cloak, or look at his cloak, but kept his head down the whole time, wouldn't take the hood off.
So
But
he
then
left
he
the
wasn't
cloak
asking
on?
you to look at his small clothes.
Aye, me wife just stitched up the hole in the cloak right then and there. Paid gold, so we didn't mind so much. Strangest thing, fellow moved like a man used to being chased. Didn't linger, didn't draw with a soul. Just kept his eyes low and hands tighter than a miser's purse.
You just let him go. That's criminal behavior right there. You could have just let the worst of the worst of society run through your shop and not say anything.
I've got the feeling that you're worse than that one was.
So is it a fine cloak?
Taylor said, aye, it was very fine. Definitely of the finest silks. I'd say that you can't find anything like that other than where maybe Waterdeep.
You're just gonna smile and nod her head, thank you.
Yeah, the little
They
girls.
spoke to you, though.
Say what?
Yeah? They spoke to you, though, yeah?
Well, it depends on what you mean by spoke. Yes, he said some words, but nothing substantial.
Okay.
Accent or anything?
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt a Waterdavian accent.
Alright.
Does he smell like anything?
Sulfur, as it were. His cloak smelled like sulfur.
Sulfur.
Yeah, considering the way he was summoning those imps, that wouldn't be surprising.
Was this
Which
2 days ago or 7 days
Seven.
ago?
This was this was 2 days ago. Well, he stayed the night at the end and left yesterday. But he came into my shop 2 days ago.
When you were sewing his cloak, did you notice anything else on his person? Armor underneath, any emblems that stood out?
Any emblems? What?
Any emblems or anything that stood out, symbols?
Maybe saw a tattoo.
Here. Yeah, a tattoo. Was it the gun and the snicker?
Not that I can remember. You might be talking to the innkeeper. But are you here looking for work by chance?
Work would be nice.
Before that, real quick, bend down. What's your name, little girl?
Oh, you're talking to Jerma?
Talking to the kid. Sorry.
Jerma's going to.
All faithful.
Can I go ahead and just take a few steps to the right, hide behind Mom? Mom, he's scary. Oh, don't be don't be such a baby, little one. He's
Smile, all teeth. Smile, all teeth.
Oh, well, maybe he is a little scary.
I promise he's quite all right.
This is Jerma.
Yeah.
She's a fine. This is Jerma. She's a fine girl, if not a little wary.
Jerma, that cloak guy was looking.
Not always
That
bad.
cloak person was looking down the whole time. But you're already down here. Did you get a look at them?
I saw his mustache.
Mustache.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Black.
new. Thank you. What color was the mustache? Did you see?
Mm-hmm. Black.
Black mustache?
Mm-hmm.
Did you happen to see anything else?
Mm-mm.
Thank you very much, Jerma. Stand back up.
Just be glad he didn't eat you. But if you're gonna be in town, you look like a capable sort of adventurers. I heard Waterwedge down at the fishery's been having some problems with his fishing spot near the north gate. Might be that someone should go and take a look before he loses his head, eh?
What's his name?
Water Wedge.
Something gonna decapitate him out there.
Well,
I'm
one way
sorry.
or another, he's probably gonna lose his head, aye.
Lose his head because the fishing spot dried up?
Nothing about drying up, just having problems up there.
Nothing else. It
Right.
might be interesting to watch somebody lose their mind over something as stupid as fishing.
What's the name again?
Water Wedge?
His name is Water Wedge?
Aye, down at the fishery. Bergson Water Wedge.
Sounds like a type of lettuce.
Yeah, he does have some scraggly hair.
Bergson Waterwedge.
Aye.
Alright.
So you gotta be fucking with us.
Huh? Bergson Water Wedge? Is that not a normal name where you come from?
I mean, not where I come from, but that's a different story.
Do you come from, Sarah?
Aye, where do you come from?
None of your beeswax.
Oh, come now, you can tell us a little bit, can't you? And not too often I find a halfling of your make here.
Far, far away from here.
Aye, somewhere where everyone's rude, I imagine.
God.
Beta is gonna bite her lips so she doesn't giggle.
Alright. Is there anything else you guys would like to do here?
Mm-mm. Think
Not
we're
particularly.
gonna have to move on to the inn next.
To the end already, huh? Alright. So we'll go back to Leylon. Alright, so you guys do have a map of Leylon, so you do know where the inn is. It's way down here. Barge Yard is right next to it. Fishery is right there too. And
Why is the House of Thalavar crossed off?
because you're not allowed in there.
Rude.
Not allowed.
I do believe they suggested we
That-
also inquire at the barge yard.
Yeah, and the
That's-
fishery.
Well, what?
Oh, I
about
thought
you?
I thought he said Bard Yard. I was trying to stay clear of any more bards after the last one.
Oh, right. Does anybody else see a
That's
white
how.
square right here?
White Square.
What?
Where's the
Why can't I move?
Huh? Who the hell's messing with the Bastion event table? What
This
the hell?
game master?
Yeah, I know. Every time I click this white square, it freaking rolls the event table. Oh, that's just weird.
What
I
white
see no
square?
white square.
I guess I'm only able to see it. Maybe I accidentally clicked and dragged one of the tables to the map.
I'm thinking so.
I can't move my token.
Oh, that's 'cause
Like
you
it just
suck.
it just draws a
Oh.
box anytime I grab it.
Did you perhaps accidentally select the measuring tool?
Oh, I do that all the
No.
time.
I've got select tokens highlighted.
I think his horse is blocking his character token.
Click
You
on
have to use
something
the
else and then that.
arrow
and
keys
then
to move his
it.
character, so it's not under it.
No, there's nothing around me, nothing on top of me.
And by any chance,
Weird.
on the token control, do you have the target, select target selected, or the box?
Select tokens. It's the very top one with the four corners.
Yeah, that should be the one. Well, can you highlight your token? Like, what happens?
Nope.
It doesn't make
Nothing.
little dots?
Nope, nothing. I can't actually select my token.
Alright, so
Try using your arrow keys.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull you back to the other map we were just on, and then I'll put you back on the other one in hopes that it loads properly.
Okay.
Tell me when you're fully loaded in, then I'll pull you back.
I'm loaded in, and this one I can move my token on.
Yep.
Yeah, now my token looks like it's selected and I can move it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I have no idea what does that. Oh, next time that happens, try selecting the Find My Token button. That normally highlights it. So you guys going to the barge yard first, or are you going to the inn?
Yeah.
The barge yard's right by the inn, so maybe we'll go to the we'll barge in first.
Ha 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 ha. Shut up. Why can't I get rid of that thing?
I'm gonna poke at whatever's on this under this net out here. Is this like a fishing net?
Where the hell even are you?
Barge yard.
Alright, Sarah, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, damn.
That's glorious.
You narrowly miss getting trapped by the net. Alright, so barge yard?
Yes.
Bargety yardety. The sharp scent of sawdust and fresh-cut timber fills your lungs as you step into the wide hall of the barge yard. Half-built boats, river skiffs, and sturdy barges fill the space, all in various states of construction, hammering echoing across the planks, and the air hums with the steady rhythm of dwarven craft. Standing over the drafting table, littered with blueprints and tools, is a white-bearded dwarf. He mutters to himself, scratches his chin with a thick charcoal-stained hand before glancing up and noticing you. He grins broadly and strides over, his boots thudding against the heavy wooden boards. Well met, travellers. Mind your step. There's a boat being born in every corner of this place. Yeah, He chuckles heartily, wiping his hands on his leather apron. Name's Conrad Brinebeard, master shipwright, timber wrangler, and according to some, a madman who sees ships in threes. Ha! He leans in slightly, lowering his voice in a conspicuous manner. Truth be told, I do talk to Wood sometimes. She listens if you know how to ask. He laughs again, a deep rumble from his belly, then straightens and beams proudly. If you're needing a vessel to float, fish, or flee, the 9 hills themselves, you've come to the right place.
The 9 hells, you say?
Aye, if you're fleeing from them.
Why would we be fleeing from them?
'Tis a matter of speech, lass.
A few days ago, a cloaked figure in black traveled through the town. You wouldn't happen to know anything about them, would you?
A cloaked fella. Aye, saw him pass by night back, near close of work. Didn't step in, didn't say a word, just slunk by a ship without a lantern. And in a town like Leylon, that don't go unnoticed. He taps his nose knowingly. Folk who don't look you in the eye usually mean trouble, or they're running from it. I don't think. Oh yeah, Brawnbeard's not a vendor. At some point in time, you can come back here and buy ships or have them commissioned.
After his comment about looking people in the eye, Sarah is going to pretty much lock her eyes into a staring contest with him barely blinking.
He furls his brow and stares back. Yeah, doing okay.
Careful
there,
that little.
lass.
Careful there, little one. You'll get a crick in your neck.
Standing far enough away won't hurt my neck.
Are you still looking at him?
Absolutely.
Let's see.
Betty's just gonna kind of lean over and be like, people who stare too long kind of get suspicious too.
I'm sorry, how many nights ago did you say you saw that figure?
Something not quite right about your eyes.
She's just gonna give a slow blank. What do you mean by that?
He just stares at you for a little longer. I'm not quite sure. But it's all good as long as you're here in peace. And he said, what was that you said, Elias?
How many nights ago did you say you saw that figure?
A night ago, just yesterday eve.
You said he came by with no lantern
I went
at
through,
night.
Went through the dock
How-
at
how-
night.
Went through the dock at night with no lantern.
Well, by the barge yard,
On foot?
on foot.
Aye, sounds like we're chasing a devil.
Huh? To be fair though, the barge yard is right next to the inn.
Was it well lit though? I mean, you made note that he didn't have a lantern. Do you think he should have?
Aye, it was bloody dark. I'd say he's just trying to go unnoticed, which just make him more noticeable.
Fair enough. Lyle is just going to kind of idly walk around admiring the ships in their various states of construction.
Let me know if you catch anything catches your eye. Got quite a good amount of projects going on at the moment.
Nothing I can afford, just admiring. It's been some years since I've been on a nice ship.
Aye, understandable. Perhaps one of these days I'll learn how to make them collapsible rowing boats.
Well, did you sail on a pirate ship? Elias, you look a bit like a pirate.
Said the surly halfling. What does a pirate even look like?
I don't know,
Elias,
bit scraggly.
seaman.
Well, to be fair, you do have the look of a sea dog.
Grew up on a ship.
That would explain it. The smell's never left you.
Now Elias starts self-consciously sniffing himself. What is it with everybody's noses today?
Far less interesting now they know you're not a pirate.
I think it's a subtle hint that we all need to hit the bathhouse.
Told you, I just bathed last week before we left.
Go jump on the ocean with a little soap.
Actually, of all the ridiculous things I purchased, did I ever buy soap?
Is soap even available?
I think it
Yes, it
is.
Is it carved into little cute shapes?
Hold on. It looks like that.
Boring.
Boring.
I want my soap carved into cute little shapes.
I mean, a knife could fix that.
True.
Dang nabbit. So my dog is supposed to be a bag, but
But
he's not on my character sheet.
really, old on a tick. Yeah, yes. You go into your inventory, and at the top of the thing, you have 3 bags. You got your backpack, a pouch, and your mastiff.
Oh, okay, I see. It's all right. I was looking as an item
Jesus
for.
Christ, just how much are you
for
making
expand.
that poor dog carry?
Less than his max load.
You have him carrying 2 separate lanterns.
Yes. One. Sometimes you want a hood lantern. Sometimes you want a bullseye.
Yeah, alright, that's fair. But why do you have the massive carrying both of them?
Well, I don't
Got
want
one
to carry
strapped
them.
to his tail.
No.
In the last
I presume he's
campaign,
got a
there
little
was...
stub.
Sorry. In the last campaign, like, do you know what a Henge yokai is in the Dungeons and Dragons mythos?
No.
It's a furry.
Okay.
And when we went to Karatur, we went to a village of these Hengai yokai, and they had a tail lantern, a lantern specifically made so you can hang it from your tail.
Nice.
Clever.
Alright, are you guys done here in the barge yard, or do you have any other questions for these guys, or would you like to inquire about a boat?
Apparently, I need to find out where I buy soap.
Where you buy
Currently, I
some?
don't think we need a boat,
No, you certainly don't.
but when we eventually do, because I'm guessing we're gonna. This feels like foreshadowing.
How,
We'll come
how
back.
much? How much for a proper ship that could carry at least 10 people and a couple horses?
More than we can afford.
The horses is the hard part there.
You've been awful
I mean-
quiet, Adam. You doing okay back there?
Yeah.
You're not normally the quiet one. Normally that's
Because normally
Eli.
I have to be the one that talks.
All right, that's fair.
Ha ha ha.
Wahaha. Yeah. Us adults need who can man up and get a microphone.
It's
Alright.
all fun and games until you run into a bunch of unobservant, illiterate people.
Yeah. Also, I forgot what we were doing. You said something about a ship?
Yeah.
Well, it really
Hostile.
depends on how many people you're trying to tow around with you. Something like a keelboat could, is able to be crewed by one, but only fits 6 passengers on top of that, so 10 total. And then for a long time, there's nothing else until you reach a sailing ship. The price between a keelboat and a sailing ship is rather significant.
So, is there like a lease to buy program?
What?
How much is a sailing ship? One with a hold big enough to apparently hold a couple of horses.
Oh, you look at about 10,000 gold there, lad. But since
Shit.
I like you, I'd be willing to drop it down to 9.
Goodbye,
We get that
Smoke.
in writing if we should ever come back.
Oh, believe me,
Not
I'm
if
not
you're-
gonna forget this group.
Not if you're the one talking half pint.
I'm just saying, if we who says I'm coming back here. If I ever come back and want to buy a ship, I don't want to have to argue with him on what he said the price would be.
Well,
Well, normally it's 10. Normally it's 10, but for you, I'm sure he'd charge 11.
Aye, that's right.
God, I need to find better people to travel with.
It is biting her tongue. It is biting her tongue and biting her lips, trying not to giggle.
You haven't seen any unusual ship traffic for you through here, have you?
Ship traffic? Oh no, more than we always do. We're kind of a pit stop between Waterdeep and Luskin, so we get quite a few coming in to stop in, gear up.
Do you ever get smugglers with good stuff?
Not to my knowledge, but truth be told, I don't really want to know.
So you're not in on the black market. Good to know.
An interesting question.
Elias's spine start to go up on his head a bit. Oh,
Hmm.
Hey, sometimes you get legal stuff on the black market. It's just better pricing than the readily available product.
Better price.
your word for it.
I'm sure they told you the pricing was better.
Alright, little one, here you go. He passes a piece of paper to you.
To who?
To the grumpy halfling.
Ooh.
Says,
a coupon.
coupon for a boat. A letter from Conrad Brinebeard offering a 1,000 gold discount for a sailing ship for a total of 9,000 gold.
She's gonna stuff it in her back. Thank you, good sir.
Not a problem. So is there anything I can help you with? Or shall we go ahead and conclude our business until you have the funds to buy a ship?
Well, see, we were at that. We came from the stables, and I saw that he had all these horse heads on wooden poles. Do you got any extra wooden poles in case I find some horse heads to make my own?
Okay, now Beta is going to giggle a little.
I can Well, if you go to the general store, you might get... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Does this place have a smithy? I don't think this place has a smithy.
He'll sell them for a couple gold apiece. Yeah, some good money
Once
making right there.
Saw somebody that had a ship they had built in a bottle. That might actually be a better size for you, Sarah.
I can't. What?
Well, if you like my advice, you might go see if there's a weapon dealer selling quarterstaffs for a fine price. 'Cause that's about what the closest you're gonna get to what you need.
Fine.
You should make a horse-headed quarterstaff. The monk should do it. Name it the Dead Horse Beater.
I mean, if she comes across a dead horse.
What are you talking about? The monk just
might-
bought one.
That's true. I'm
the one with
picturing
the-
you beating somebody with the rainbow unicorn stick now.
Yeah?
Why do you think I bought it?
Oh my god!
Am I gonna have to make a quarterstaff called the Rainbow Beating Stick or whatever?
Yes.
Yes.
you
Why
have
do you
to.
think? Why do you think I bought it? I intend on beating somebody with this fucking thing.
Alright, I get you. Then I will create a quarterstaff for you. And considering the horse head thing was more expensive than a quarterstaff,
Should be reduced damage though for the stuffing in the head.
I'm fine
only
with that.
If it's carved wood, then it would be more of a blood. If you do more bludgeoning damage.
Hobby horses though are usually like a plushy head.
Like a plushy
not
stuffy head.
traditionally.
I'm fine with either. I don't care if it's reduced damage. I want to beat somebody with a stuffed unicorn head.
If it's plush, can it squeak on impact?
Oh no!
you know what? I can actually make it do that, and I'm going to now. Alright.
Oh god.
But the thing is, if you want to hear the squeak, you will have to target your opponent. If you know how to do that.
That's so amazing. I'm sorry. That's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
It's all good. Shall we carry on?
Yes.
Now we're gonna
Yes.
go back
Alright.
to Leylon.
In next?
Head
And her
to the
fishery.
inn, is that? Yeah, there's a fishery, and there's Tachibana just going wherever Tachibana goes.
Tachibana.
Tachibana wants to go to the fishery, and so does Koblex.
Okay.
Looks like we're going to the fishery.
Then-
No, wait, I have no fucking idea where Tachibana's going. Tachibana's out of here.
They're just riding off into the sunset.
There's a chance of seeing somebody's head explode. I'm going that way.
Oh dear
Alright.
lord. Alright, we'll go to the fishery. Do you want to sit this one out, Tachibana, or are you going to move over this direction?
Watercress, where are you?
Over here and learn how to fight evil.
Oh lord. Alright, well you can come or not. Alright, this is the fishery. The salty, briny scent of the docks is even stronger here, mixed with the sharp tang of gutted fish and wet wood. The building hums with the sound of saws, knives, and the low mutter of work songs. Crates of fish are stacked neatly against the walls, and the floor glistens from the morning wash. At the far end of the room, two figures look up as you enter. One a sleek tabaxi cat in a well-worn leathers, his gold fur glinting under the lantern light. And the other is just a stout dwarf who seems to be cutting fish. An arms crossed and an ever-present scowl tucked beneath his the beard. Alright.
Looking for a guy named Watercress. Looks like his head's about to explode.
Are you asking the dwarf or...
Yeah, dwarf.
Yelling out generally to the room.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely loud enough that everybody should be able to hear.
Ain't nobody named Watercrest.
Shit, that idiot sent us to the wrong place.
Water wedge.
Oh!
Water wedge.
You're looking for Bergson. He's in the other room.
Bergson water.
He's in the office.
Bergson sounds nothing like Watercress.
Wedge.
I should have Wedge make a cameo.
I know! With his little pink hair.
Sarah, I'm curious. You want to get information, right?
Well, that's why we're here, aren't we?
Apparently not, because you're terrible at it. If you want information, keep your damn mouth shut.
Then how are they gonna know what I want?
Well, what we want is for you to shut up so we can get work done.
You guys
Fine, I'll stand back here and you get the job done.
You fellas are a bright group, ain't ya? Alright, so, Kobolek's went into the Bergson Water Wedge's office. Elias, you're standing next to the Tabaxi, so who wants to talk first?
Yeah, I'll talk first.
Alright.
I heard you had a problem up at your fishing spot from the shopkeepers in town on top.
Alright, well, first, as you enter the room, the dwarven gentleman stands with arm crossed, staring at the desk in front of him, deep in thought. You draw closer, his muttering becomes audible, low and gravelly, carried on the salty breeze. Murdered damn fish people, making murdered damn shark people. It's bad for business is what it is. He startles with a grunt as he finally notices your approach, giving a sharp intake of breath, but the moment passes, he straightens, clears his throat, and speaks before you can. You walk quiet for one of your size. Nearly knocked the century off me life. He squints at you, rubbing his thick beard and calloused hands. Dwarf, he has a deep voice, no nonsense. If you come to yap about fishing, talk to stone. If you come to buy something, talk to me. Elsewise, clear the doorway. I've got gutting work to do.
I heard you had some kind of problem. The shopkeepers have been talking with the fishing spot up north. I'm asking Bergson.
Ah, I see that's what you're doing here. Yeah, you do look like you can handle yourselves. Maybe you can help. 2 months back, we were fishing just outside the north gate near the 2 trees. One of the lads reels in a sahagan. Thing screeches about us trespassing and swears revenge. He snorts. Didn't think much of it until the next time we cast line. Hooked something big, reeled up a beast. Half man, half shark. Come ashore snarling and nearly took me arm off. Now every time we fish there, it shows up again. He clenches his fist. If you're game, I've got a bucket of chum that'll bring the beast up. Slay it, and I'll pay each of you 5 gold and throw something proper. Throw in some proper fishing gear. You got a deal?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Very well. It's just north of the docks.
So I grab his bucket of chum.
Here you go, chum. That was my best Adam West impression.
What else can you tell us about this shark beast?
Well, there ain't much else to say. It's a big, grey, and got a few rows of sharp teeth.
It's just a big shark, so we need to... Okay.
Fair enough.
Oh my god.
Chop
Nice.
bucket.
You know the time of day it happened?
Well, we normally go down there in the morning, and then it hops up and attacks us. Then we go down there in the afternoon, it hops up and attacks us. And then we go up there in the evening, it hops up and attacks us.
It's all day. Okay.
Aye,
Should
seems
be
to
easy
be
to
waiting
track them
for
down.
it. Those bastards of Hogan got it in for us. Blasted Sahagan.
Five goat mountain, you sure there's only one of them?
Aye, that's correct. If you happen to run into another, bring proof and I'll throw in an extra 5 for its head too.
That sounds a bit more reasonable.
Well, there's 9 of you, so you shouldn't have much trouble.
Yeah.
Famous last words.
I'll try sort this out then.
Very well, I thank you kindly. Come back when it's done.
Gotcha.
Alright. Is that all you're going to be doing in here for the time being?
What about the men in black?
What?
The man in black.
Oh.
See if anyone knows.
If Bill says that when I come out of the office, I'll be, oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry,
You're
got
getting
distracted.
a little close to me there, lassie.
Just gonna ask, you work with fish, you ever preserve them? Not for eating, but for display?
I no, can't say that I do.
Missing out on a sales opportunity right there.
Well, you can't eat it if it's preserved.
No, but if you've caught a big one, you're gonna hang it on the wall and then boast about it for the next 30 years.
You go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna get back to chopping. And with
Before I leave the
Huh?
before I leave the office, I will ask Mr. Watercress over here about, so what brought us in is we're looking for a dark cloak figure, man probably, that came through town 2 days ago, left again yesterday.
Bah!
Was
him.
here, but
Saw him when he entered town the second time. Looked half dead on his feet, tattered cloak, smelled of burnt leather and something fouler. Didn't even glance at the catch. Folk that don't glance at fish ain't natural, I say.
What, you didn't glance at his catch, or he didn't glance at yours?
Well, I'm the fisherman. Which one do you think?
Well, I didn't know if he caught anything. That would have been some news.
Truthfully, it looked like he caught himself a fight with a bear.
Noted. So, hole in the cloak, smelled bad, but you said he looked really tired, more than just a hole in his cloak?
Just looked ragged, a run down. I would say that he was a little burnt up, as if he got caught in something fiery.
Valid.
Didn't get close enough to smell him, but I imagine he probably smelled the burnt leather.
Alright. Well, thank you very much, Bergson. We'll see you. I'll see how many of them want to help see to your job. We'll get it done for you.
Aye, I very much appreciate it. And what was oh, you guys were talking out of okay. Alright, is that all you guys want to do in here? Are you ready to go back to the Leylon map?
Yeah, I think so. Unless anybody else has anything to ask the other.
I mean, that Tabaxi is interesting, but I don't know why my character would want to talk to him. Other than that, he's a named character. Always gotta talk to those.
The kitty cat. Any meow meow meows, any meow meow meows.
Meow.
Oh,
He looks like Master Splinter from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
He does look a little bit like that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I just like Splinter.
Alright, so you walk up to the Tabaxi, he turns with an easy smile and fast voice. Ah, wanderers, travelers, wayfarers with the smell of distant road clinging to your boots. Welcome to the finest fishery in Luskin to Waterdeep. So I tell the customer, or tell every customer with coin in their purse. Stone sweeps into a theatrical bow, the tip of his ears flicking towards and forward in amusement. If you've come to sample the catch, barter for supplies, or simply feast your eyes upon the fruits of the sea and swords, you are most welcome.
You waste a lot of words. Like, pretty much you're just trying to tell us you got good fish.
Is there anything better, or any way better to relay that?
Yeah, you just say you got good fish.
Well, I got good fish.
See, was that hard?
It's getting harder every time you open your mouth.
She's trying to learn how to be like normal people.
He's got a long way to go.
There was a traveler that came through here a few days ago. Did they stop in to pick up some provisions from you?
The hooded fella.
Fish? Yeah.
I saw him. I didn't want fish, didn't want story, not even a drink. Stranger than most, he was passed by like a shadow trying not to be noticed. Not one to chat. Not one to barter. Made my whiskers itch, he did.
Did anyone manage to get anything out of him, personality-wise? Did he take an interest in anyone?
He shakes his head. Not anyone here, but he did stay at the inn. The only advice I can offer you.
All right.
Back to Leylon?
Yep.
Actually, yeah. Okay.
Khajiit has
Once we get
ways.
up, once we get out of the fishery, since if Coldbook doesn't do it first, pipe up. So the job from the fishery, they got a shark beast just up by the north gate. Well, he said shark beast, but just sounds like a shark. Gave us some chum. Will give us 5 gold a head, although he thinks there's only one of them.
Well, we may as well take care of that before we try dragging that chum bucket into the inn. I don't think they'll appreciate it.
Yeah, that is a very good point. Especially with how sensitive some people's noses are.
Which way you guys headed?
I would like to nonchalantly pick up this length of rope over here.
Give me a sleight of hand. Ain't nobody on the deck, so they should not notice. I would say that's good enough.
Do.
You got yourself
Yay! Now she's
50,
enough rope to hang yourself with.
50 feet of hempen rope. That was dark.
Go chum fishing. Hey, you can go in the water.
I mean, I've got no starting gear, you know? You gotta pick stuff up along the way.
That is actually a good call.
Picking stuff up along the way, or going swimming?
Going swimming, we'll walk up, make sure most of them are ahead of me. We should
Oh,
still be a
no.
bit off of where that was. And Elias is just gonna head off the dock, full 40-foot swim,
Stop moving.
start scouting in the water, as it were.
Alright, and everybody come up to where Kobolix and Dell is. And as for the water, give me a perception check.
Perception. And I will find that. Nope, that's the tab. This tab.
What are we looking for again? Big old shark.
Better than a big old shark.
I think everybody's there. If everybody's not there, then it's all good in the hood.
Well, you said as far as the water, so Elias will be down by the last dock there, I guess.
Alrighty. Oh god, that horse is going to get killed.
Gotta name the horse Chum Bucket now.
Alright. You believe this is the spot Bergeson Waterwed was speaking of, or Bergeson. With a grim nod, you take the bucket of chum and go hurl it in the water. Har har har. Did you use the bucket? I don't see it.
Oh, the strength isn't is it a strength check?
No, you literally just click on the bucket.
Oh, okay.
What is a
That's
rainbow
fine.
color?
Here's the bucket. Oh, there we go.
Mr. Tachibana, stop wandering off, please.
I clicked on it.
Alright, so did it disappear from your inventory, I hope?
No, I don't know.
No,
I didn't.
that is okay. I will delete it. Alright. Time for everyone to stop moving.
Yeah.
With a grim nod, you take the bucket of chum and hurl its contents into the surf. The red slick spreads slowly across the surface, riding the waves out the shore. For a time, nothing stirs. Minutes pass, and then a half an hour passes. Still, the sea remains quiet. Just as your patient begins to fray and you consider turning back, you hear it. A low, guttural rolling or growl rolling across the waves like thunder through a cavern. Your stance tightens. A dark fin slices the water's surface, steady and slow. It stops before the shallows, and then he vanishes. A moment later, something rises.
Shark beast.
He looks friendly. Somebody say hello.
Look at that big
I'm gonna
smile.
call him Grimlock.
The
You
creature,
think what I said?
the creature emerges from the sea as an abomination, half man, half shark, and slick gray skin. Gills slits along his neck, and a row of jagged teeth glinting beneath the dead, unblinking eyes. Water drips from his broad shoulders, and it lumbers forward in an unnatural grace, as though the land is no stranger to the stride. Terror prickles down your spine, and somewhere, somehow, you realize this fight might be totally jawsome.
Ouch.
Awesome, really.
Alright, everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
Now, you think when I said anything else you could tell, you might have mentioned the shark had fucking arms and legs and could walk on land.
You said it was a shark man. What did you think a smart shark man was?
He said a shark beast.
You said a shark man.
So question.
No.
Do you have my guy token yet or no?
Nope. You guys will have access to your followers at level 3.
At level what? You cut out.
You guys will have access to your followers at level 3. You can't have sidekicks till level 3.
Oh, okay.
Hang tight.
What the hell? I miss getting a little bit higher roll than this.
Oh, you single digits.
Exactly, right?
I was about to say, I'm dead last.
You sure are.
Good enough. Alright, so did everybody roll? Yes, it looks like, except I didn't roll. Who is first? Looks like Tachi Banana is first.
A banana.
They're on pause.
Yeah, blast that beast instead.
Oh god, why did you bless the beast? That was a terrible idea.
God.
Alright, he said, Glow, Dell, and Elias. Okay.
And again, beast.
I think you had it
Twice
targeted.
blessed.
Hold on a second. So what if I target, 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 target?
Blessed beastie.
What the diggins?
What's the math we need to know?
Alright, you're gonna have to figure out what that's gonna be doing. Bless gives you a 1d4 on your attacks.
1d4 damage, 1d4 additional to the roll to hit. To hit, thank you.
Yeah. What in the world? Why is it only... That is so weird. Okay, you're gonna have to figure that out at some point. Alright, is that your turn, Tachi Banana? Okay, Tachi Banana. It's fun to say, I'm sorry. Alright, Dell, it is now your turn.
Okay. Yep. Let's jump up and slash.
That is a hit. Owie!
What?
He got hit and it's an owie.
Oh, okay. Second attack.
That is a hit. Look at you beating that thing up.
All right.
Bonus? Or, wait, never mind. You already used your bonus. Complex.
Okay. Yeah.
I clicked on something and it got rid of my initiative roll.
It certainly did. What was it?
I clicked the toggle combat mode.
That's alright. What was your initiative value?
17. I was literally right after Dell.
Alright, so you'll go after Coblix because I already called Coblix.
That's fine.
Go get him, Coblix.
Okay, which bolt?
Which bolt?
Oh, that's a 10.
Yeah, that's a mess, what that is.
Dang.
Unfortunately, the effect was really cool, but it did nothing.
Oh, that effect is really cool.
Wait, does Elias get attacked by that too?
No. Alright, and do you have a bonus action?
Not that I want to use anyway. At least I don't think so. Nah.
Alright. Glow, what are you gonna do?
That's too far.
A little bit.
I'm gonna move to right here. I don't actually have anything I can... Oh, wait, no, I do.
Javelin!
Those are the shallows for water, right?
I throw a javelin at him.
Yeah, them's the shallows. That is a hit. Good shot, Mike. And no bonus, right? No bonus, correct?
Correct.
Alright, Sarah, it's all you.
Yeah, I think you got him.
ready back there.
Sure I am. Oh, and I can't get close enough for what I was gonna do. Okay, I'm just gonna... Golly jeez.
Do a little dance.
Gonna hide behind this horse here.
And that horse says, and I quote, nay.
It's a hey.
Does not want to be your...
I want to pet Ira's kitty. Look at the kitty.
Alright, that
Plus...
is definitely a hit.
Okay. And then that'll be also 1d6 necrotic.
Alright, go ahead and hit the 1d6 necrotic. Alright. Is now... Something's not right here. Oh, for frick's sake. Oh well, that's fine. Elias' turn.
Alright, so... Is flanking actually a thing? Or is it just like a be within 5 feet of Dell?
Flankings has actually been changed. I do not even know if you benefit from flanking. Hold on.
Okay,
No,
hold on.
But I can get sneak attack if I have an ally within 5 feet.
Correct.
But it's not advantage.
That's fine, as long as I can activate your sneak attack.
Thank you for not leaving me standing with Sharky McShark face over here by myself with dagger.
I like how you're like, I don't want to run it with just daggers, and Elias is going to charge in excitedly, spines all up, making as much noise as possible to get this thing's attention, and coming in with a flying knee. See if I can slam him with this fucking thing.
In his shark ball?
It looks like at the time being you don't have anything for the compensate for the loss of advantage, but you will get a punch at level 5. So you can just punch.
Okay. So, there we go. Unarmed Strict Monk, there we go. Oh, wait, I gotta target the fucking thing, don't I?
Don't
That
technically
window.
have to, but if you want to see the punch.
Well, that doesn't really matter to me.
Don't need to target then.
Punch.
Falcon!
Attack. +3, +2, okay. Normal. Oh, I forgot the,
Takoyaki?
wasn't the bless supposed to add something to me?
Yeah, I 1d4 to the attack, but that hit, so you don't really need that.
Okay. So...
Demolish?
Damage. Normal.
Pa-pa-pa! Smacku.
And spending a focus point to Flurry of Blows, so I get 2 more attacks.
You.
If I'm not mistaken, Flurry of Blows is actually just 2 attacks in 1, so hit that button.
Okay, where did my character sheet go? I tried to minimize it and I made it disappeared. Well, I didn't hit anything. Disregard whatever that was. I was just trying to open up my character sheet.
You're biting people.
Eventually, but not right now. And where would I find the Flurry of Blows button? Is it under
That is
features?
a very good question. Hang time.
Effects? Nope. Special traits? Nope.
Huh.
Would it be under Monk's Focus?
It was second
Yes.
level. They were Monk's Focus.
What? Yeah, if I hit Monk's Focus, Flurry of Blows comes up.
Oh, well, that does it. Unless that was a question, because I have no idea.
Consume item use? Yes.
Does it give you the option for flurry?
It popped up in chat. Monk's Focus feature.
Yeah, I see it, but did it give you the option for flurry of blows? Like, can you click it?
Yes. Yes, and that's what I clicked.
Okay, and I don't see it, so just do 2
Attack
unarmed
roll.
attacks.
Well, it says attack and damage there, so...
You did
That's for your bite.
click attack? Oh.
No. At the bottom of the chat, Elias, Monk's Focus, attack, damage, refund resource.
Have you hit it already? Because I don't see the attack or damage.
I see the buttons for attack and damage, I just clicked attack.
Okay.
So, I will...
Okay, there's the attack, which misses, but go ahead and add your 1d4.
Click that once.
Alright, it still
Jesus.
misses. I'm so sorry.
Not a problem.
Alright.
Oh, but it doesn't give me... Well, because I get the flurry, so I get a second attack there.
Yeah. You're not doing too good.
Jesus.
Alright,
No,
roll
no, I'm
another
not.
1d4.
That was a D6, my bad, hold on.
And it still misses.
Either way, that's not gonna hit.
Alright.
Meh. Sometimes you have those nights.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm in there, made a bunch of noise, I hit him once.
That's true. You punched him once, and then like I guess his skin was too slick, and they just slid off. All right, Gobru.
I will throw a ball of fire.
What, literally? Oh, fireball.
What the hell?
Yeah, I know, right?
Alright, that was a hell of a shot,
Nat
honestly.
20 sound.
Yeah, that was a nat 20. And guess what?
It's immune.
Huh? No, it hit and it did damage, but I created the new
Critical table?
critical strike table. So in the upper right, go to roll tables, and you should be able to click and drag it down to your thingamabob. Alright, that was a range, correct? Why did it disappear?
Haven't looked yet.
Strike the nerve! That was a range attack. Your spot causes titchy spasms in inconvenient places. Target is stunned until the end of their next turn unless they succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. Let's see this guy's luck. Not that lucky. So it is stunned.
Would it be ranged or magic?
What?
It's magic, but the effect is the same. It's just different than you say.
Oh, yeah, the spell dances down the spine in like an electric eel. Like, yeah, that's a new table I made. All three are the same one, so we don't have to have multiple tables. I'm gonna make a critical fumble.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a critical fumble table too.
That is actually awesome.
It takes a lot of time, and
But it's worth it.
I can't find stun, so I'm just gonna put him paralyzed. And let's see, that was actually Sharky's turn, so he is now unparalyzed. And as he becomes paralyzed, you hear something roaring from the northern part of the sea, where there is another shark emerging from the water.
Oh dear.
Elias yells out, I fucking knew it!
Alright, and it's now Ira's turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna shoot him.
Pow, pow, pow.
That one up there. The north one.
The one way up here?
Yes.
Okay. That was a hit, and that's all right. No bonus action?
I'm going to use the hunter's mark.
Oh, you were supposed to do that first, but okay.
Oh, shit.
It's all
Whoops,
right.
I didn't know that.
So go ahead and use it, and so that gives an additional 1d6, I believe.
Do I roll now or no?
Let me see. So 1d6 force damage. So go ahead and roll a 1d6. Not bad. You did good there. And that's the end of his turn, or your turn. It is now Beta's turn.
Okay, I'm going to draw my weapon.
Oh,
Come
shoot,
up.
that's right. I'm sorry. Who got the critical strike?
That was Gordon Harcover.
All right,
Go,
Laura,
Bruno.
you have inspiration until the end of the day.
Oh, that's right. I have inspiration. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you sure do. The way that inspiration works now, if anybody doesn't know, any critical strike of any type, a natural 20 of any type, will give you inspiration. But if you do not use it by the end of that day, before you take a long rest, you lose it.
Okay, so I'm moving up there, and then I'm hitting him with my axe, with my great axe.
Okay. Gabra, do you know how to keep track of your inspiration?
I think so.
Open up your character sheet, and up by where your level is, the number 2, there's a little star you can click on, and yeah, there you go. When that is glowing, it means you have inspiration. The great axe was a
Nice.
definite hit, so if you want to go ahead and do the damage for that.
Normal or crit?
That wasn't a
Normal.
nat 20, so normal.
Well, that sucked.
It wasn't the best.
So, how can I use inspiration in combat?
Yes, but that's only when you miss, so you don't need to roll
Okay.
inspiration for that. Alright, and is now the other shark-bodied abomination. And what he's gonna do is go into the shallows so that he can make it all the way to right here. And he's gonna take a bite at Adele. And miss.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, that would have hurt.
Yeah, what a.
Oh God.
Yeah. Best part about these guys are only level 2. Tachibana, sorry. I'm sorry.
Are you sorry though?
I kind of am this time.
It's kind of catchy.
I like it. I think it's a very fun name to say.
Fuck.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to start this trend.
Hachi banana.
Shut up. Don't do that. You're gonna get me in trouble.
Too late.
That is a hit.
I think the ship has sailed.
How much damage have you done? Alright, 1 damage. Yeah, I totally forgot. You're not a melee character. You should be probably using stuff like Holy Word, Sacred Flame. But if you want to hit things with melee, that's okay too. Alright.
Absolutely.
Dell, all you.
Me. Okay. Try and get the first one down. So, same target.
Get 'em.
One.
That is a hit.
Okay. I'll do.
Damn.
Ah, Well, one more point of sneak attack,
Alright,
and then second attack.
that is a hit. Alright. The strike hits your last strike pierces his heart, and he drops to his knees, falling down. And he said, "I'm finished."
Ow.
Oh,
Oh, that's so bad.
Elias, have you dealt with these things before?
Nope.
Glow, it's
Ah,
your
fuck.
turn. Glow, glow. Glow, glow, glow. Glow, get him.
Um,
Alright, that is a hit.
bonus action.
Bonus action. Divine Smite. Damn, that was a heavy hit.
Fancy.
Divine, dude, paladins are awesome. I don't know why people like forsake them so much in this group. Alright, unless you have another bonus action, which you probably can't do. Coblix?
Okay. Let's see. I'll use my innate sorcery bonus action, so I get advantage on my sorcery spellcast.
Sounds good.
I'm going to cast Witch Bolt with advantage.
Sounds good. Get him.
There we
That
go.
is a definite hit. And how much damage?
11.
Alright, takes 11 damage, and he is now taking, I believe, a little bit of damage per turn, right?
Every time I can use a bonus action to do an attack on him with it. It's like a 1d12.
Yeah,
one.
okay. I didn't realize Witch Bolt was that good. Alright, Sarah. Oh god, you hexed him.
Yep. Here's where I complain about people crowding the target for the spellcaster. Now she's gonna have to duck down and blast through somebody's legs here.
That sounds terrifying.
Oh, you don't have to duck that far.
Oh.
Shut up.
Get a
Alright,
critical
damn it.
miss.
half damage. They only did one? Oh my god.
Yeah, that's disappointing. And then she's gonna take the rest of her movement to step back.
Sounds good. Elias!
Alright. I will attempt to kick his legs out from under him.
Alrighty.
So, would that be...
Just an unarmed strike.
Okay.
It's not often you can leg sweep a shark.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, that is a definite hit.
Alright, well, like I said, I'm trying to kick his legs from under him. I want to put him on his ass.
Yep.
So, does he gets a save, or does he just go
Now
prone?
that I think about it, that probably should have been a shove with the prone, but go ahead and do the damage.
Okay.
Alright, so you sweep his legs out from under him, and he falls down to the ground, cracks his head on the ground, and dies.
Fish through their pockets!
Everybody is good now.
They don't have buckets. They got gills though.
They do have gills.
Yeah. We need both of their heads if we want to get paid for both of them.
Yep, we do. Drag him up on shore so we can butcher.
You got it.
So,
I mean, they need the heads, but do they need the teeth? It might be useful to collect the teeth.
You know, that's completely valid. I wouldn't mind having some of the
Stick
teeth.
them on a club and voila. You got a spiky club.
More than just that.
Make a necklace out of him.
Ooh, that sounds fancy.
So yeah, I think we'd all like some teeth.
alright, so...
Anybody got some tongs, some pliers?
you know, that's actually a good point. If somebody has smith tools, or I don't know. It would be a survival check.
I got a crowbar.
Well, my suggestion is just whoever has the highest survival, and you are welcome to help each other.
I have a -1.
I have a +1.
I've got a
I've
+5.
got an 11 overall.
I'm also going to retrieve my crossbow bolt.
I got a
That's
+2 in
fine
survival.
idea.
Elias has
So
got a +5. Anybody get any
I
better?
have a -1.
No.
Elias has a +5, so we'll just have him do
Oh,
it.
plus-
And who's going to
plus
be
one.
helping him?
Yeah, I can
If we're
help him.
using
I have a
smith
+2.
tools, I have a +5 in that.
We'll just go with,
I can help him. I got a +2, and he's got +5.
well, it won't matter either way, but, how do you plan on helping him, just out of curiosity?
Well,
He's gonna hold his hand.
I've got daggers and cooking utensils.
So, you're gonna, like, put a dagger in its mouth or something?
I guess.
Dig the teeth out, cut the gums, dig them out.
Oh, that's kind of the idea. Elias plans on cutting around the gums and using the crowbar once he's got a big enough cut to literally wedge it out by the root and pop it out that way.
How about
You guys
we
do know
say-
that the shark's teeth actually come out very easily.
They do, yeah.
That's why they
They
have
don't
rows
have
and rows and rows.
Okay, we'll just say the Kobolix is helping him by holding the mouths open. So, first one, give me a survival check, Elias.
Just normal roll, advantage, disadvantage.
Well,
Ooh,
it is going
like
to
a
be a
bonus,
normal
pass and
roll.
guidance.
Well, no, it's with advantage, and you can also add a guidance. And I think
Alright, so do I
guidance is
click?
another 1d4.
Alright, so I click the advantage button.
That was not advantage for some reason. Oh no, yeah, it was. Never mind.
He
Never
rolled.
mind.
Yeah, he rolled 2.
Alright,
Yeah, 2
and
dice.
now roll a 1d4 to add to that.
Rolled really good.
Okay.
Alright, so
22
now
star.
roll me 5d6.
1, 2, 3. Oh, shit. $5d6. Oh, shit. Fuck that up. I clicked too many times. I'm just going to go back and modify that number. 5d6. Roll. 15, sir.
Alright, so... Alrighty, so now for the second one.
It's the same thing.
Yes, indeed.
Survival. With advantage. Slightly better than the last time.
Good. Very
With with the D4, bringing that up to 24.
And then another 5d6.
2, 3, 4, 5. 21 that time, so 36 all told.
Alright, now roll me an additional 1d5.
I'm sorry, 1D what?
1d5, or 1d6, my bad.
I was like, where's the D5? I don't know where the D5 is. Alright, so 1d6.
An additional
3. Bringing the total up to 39.
Yep, so you
Hold on.
managed to harvest a total of 39 shark teeth. You just want those in your inventory, or are they going to someone else? Since
No.
nobody- Say what?
Yeah, you can keep it. It's
I
fine.
mean,
Yeah.
who all wants teeth? I mean, I do. I know I do.
I'd take one.
You want to take one?
I just want to make a necklace. Still had a good idea.
Alright.
I'll take several, please.
Well, why don't we divide this up properly? So I'm gonna. Let's say so. 3 of you
Anybody-
want them. That's 13 each if this is going between 3. That sound
Yeah,
good?
Elias will make a necklace.
Cool. Thank you.
No objections.
Alright, so Beta. You have 13 shark teeth. Koblix, are you taking any?
No, just helping Elias.
Alright, Elias. And that's
Thanks, little buddy. Pat him on the head.
Punch him in the eye.
He's a little too tall for that.
Well, how tall is Copeland?
4 feet?
Shorter than him.
Okay, so everybody got it, and I'm assuming you are going to use the teeth as proof.
Wait,
No, he
you
said
cut the
no.
head.
He said he wanted the heads. We're taking the heads too. I'm just taking the teeth first.
All right, you can have the heads.
So, Beta, you got that big axe. Could
Lop it off.
Do we care to put
Would a
some wood
sword
underneath
not
this?
be
Otherwise,
more
somebody's gonna be having to buy me a new axe with this many rocks.
All right, so I am assuming that you don't particularly care if it's in good condition. You're just hacking it off.
Yep, he just
Yeah.
wanted the heads.
Pretty much.
All right, so give me a strength check.
How do I give you what do I need to roll?
Strength.
The saving throw?
No, oh, no, you just click the number itself and it should say strength check. I would say
That's
that's
good.
good. So the first one chops off with 0 effort whatsoever.
That's 1 and 2.
Alright, so the other one you also get, but it is a little bit mangled. And that's beta.
And as soon as she's done cutting off the head, she's going into the water and washing off her axe and herself.
It sounds like a grand idea.
So go for a quick dip just to get the blood off, and then come back out.
Alright.
All right, drinking money.
So, everybody is done here, so we'll go back to Leylon.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, go ahead and return to where you wish to go. Elias appears to be fishing.
Meow.
Aren't we supposed to stop at the fishery?
Yeah, I've got at least one of the
That was
shark
the barge yard. Whoops.
I've got at least one of the shark heads. I don't know who has the other, and into the fishery we'll go. Or I'll go at least.
Alright, so everybody's going into the fishery, whether you like to or not.
All
I
right.
suppose I have the other head.
I believe you have both of them.
Okay.
Either or.
So I'll bring the heads.
Alright.
Drop them at his feet.
You step into the fishery, the scent of salt and smoked trout still hanging in the air. Before you can say a word, Bergson Waterwedge comes bounding down the upper floor, eyes wide with excitement. I saw the whole thing from the upstairs window. Married and speared, what a scrap! You lot showed that beast what it means to be the folk of the Sword Coast. No shark face or ruffian gonna keep you down. He half skips across the floor, the relief plain in its step, like a man unburdened for the first time in weeks. Aye, 5 gold per each with an additional 5 for the second kill. If you don't want to carry those shark heads around, you can just toss them anywhere around here. I'm sure that we can dispose of them properly. And, also, I offer each of you a set of fishing gear on the house. If you guys double click on him, you will see that he has fishing poles that are free.
Nice.
Is any better than my basic fishing gear that I bought?
No, this is also basic fishing gear, except when you click on this one, it actually casts.
Got it. Well, I will take that one anyway. It's free, and who am I to say no to free?
And don't forget to edit your gold so you have an additional 5.
An additional
So-
5?
You mean 10? Because he gave a bonus 5, right?
Yeah, I mean, an additional 5 on top of the 5.
Oh, okay.
Got it. So add 10 to.
Is that equal
currently have.
splits?
That is split, so all of you get 1 gold. No, it's 10 each.
We've got some very rich villagers here. Holy shit.
They're
Yeah.
business owners.
Yeah. They're fairly well off. Leylon is a pretty important trading port. Alright, and is everybody in here good to go?
Oh.
I think I screwed up.
Did you buy one too many fishing poles?
No, I think I accidentally put my money on the. How do I get back to what's on me, not my inventory? No.
I mean, it says 53 gold, so you should be good, because I'm
Okay.
pretty sure you had 43 before.
Okay. Well, just now when I'm okay, I see what it's doing. I'm still getting used to this program versus what we were normally using.
Alright.
For some reason, I thought I kind of gave the gold to the dog. Not that Elias wouldn't actually do that, but I didn't want to.
Yeah. So anyway, let me read the rules on the fishing pole real quick. A sturdy wooden rod with a worn leather grip, simple reel, and a weathered tackle box containing hooks, line, and a few bits of bait. It's not pretty, but it gets the job done. To use this item, the character must spend 1 hour of downtime near the natural body of water, such as lakes, rivers, or coastline. Upon use, the character may roll on the fishing roll table to determine the catch. A character can catch up to 8 times before or between long rests, assuming uninterrupted access to water and time. Sometimes the fish bite, sometimes the fish fight, and sometimes the lake bites back. And, crap, I was going to add something to that, but I don't remember now. It's all based on chance, so some of the roll table wields nothing, some of the roll table wields multiple rations. Alright, you ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, and that's right. So when you guys are out in the wilderness camping, you can do a survival check to try and find a body of water. All right, everybody to the end, pretty please. Alright, to the Umberholt shell. You press open the heavy oak doors into the Umberholt Shell Inn, and the low murmur of conversation falters. A dozen or so patrons turn their head to regard you, eyes wary, weighing friend from foe. For a moment, the room holds its breath, but just as quickly, interest fades, and the inn returns to a familiar clink of mugs, the shuffling of cards, and the quiet thread of gossip winding through the air. Your boots thud softly against the well-cared-for wooden floor, its surface polished by years of steady trade. The decor is simple but rich, russet cloth hangings, sturdy dark wood tables, and behind the counter, a proud carving of a ram's head, its curling horns catching the flickering hearthlight. Near the southern wall, seated close enough to the fire to enjoy its warmth, you spot them. An older man with a bald pate, a long river gray beard, and leans across his table, speaking low with a striking elven woman whose beauty is marked more by calm poise than ornament. Without question, the guy, he looks to you, gives you a nod. If you seek answers about the cloak figure, that is probably who. Once again, you can double click on him to purchase stuff.
You gotta sit on his face to be able to get it, though.
The gentleman looks at Tachibana with a raised eyebrow and just shakes his head and no without questioning it. Then he looks to Sarah and Dell, wondering why they're behind the counter.
I'm trying to see.
I can't see over it.
We can't get his inventory if we can't get up there.
Wait, you can't just double click from anywhere?
No.
Nope.
I
You
didn't know
really-
that.
Right next to him or within like 10 feet.
I didn't know that. My bad.
It's always been like that. It's the last campaign.
Yeah, I wonder if I can change it. I'll have to figure that out, but that's funny though. That's pretty funny. The old man lifts his gaze as you approach, dark eyes peering out of beneath heavy brows, his hands gnarled with age and work cradle the battered mug of something dark and steaming. He watches you for a moment, longer than comfort allows, as if weighing your souls on the invisible scales. Finally, he sets his mug down with a soft thud, leans back, the chair creaking under his weight. You ain't locals. That much is clear. He scratches his beard with low, deliberate motions. Well's got enough trouble without strangers stirring the pot. So before we waste breath, tell me, what's got you walking into the shell tonight?
I'd like to sleep in a bed.
A little one.
A room.
Huh? A
A want
room?
of food, a want of drink. Room, a want of food, and a want of drink.
And information.
Always the information. Alright, so for food food and drink, I'm gonna show you guys something. That was the wrong one, actually, I think. But, well, you can look at that. This will give you an idea of how things cost. But, food and drink, and lodging. So, this is a mid-tier place, so you're looking about 8 silver pieces, for the stay. And, around 1 silver piece for the meal. And any extra is a couple copper to silver or so.
I've got my own rations, so I'll just be needing a bed.
Sounds good. That'll be 8 silver apiece. Get you a fine bed for the evening.
Okay, so we go for. I marked my coin off for food and lodging.
Thank you very much.
Myself.
I marked mine off too.
So, the question is, do they give us change?
Yeah, so they give you change.
Yep. Oh, he's got donuts.
Yeah, I noticed that. I've got a donut in my inventory still, but yes, from the last
I'm
guy.
getting all the donuts, every last one.
So,
Can you imagine
Question of
going to every inn and getting a donut like a collector's item?
That would be funny. You have
you have to find some way to preserve them,
Yeah, have a lot of stale donuts by the end, though.
as long as they don't go moldy.
I forgot.
Tainted.
Go ahead, Mike.
The room's private.
He shakes his head. Well, there are private rooms, but those will cost extra.
How much?
1 gold for the private room, 8 silver for the shared rooms. There's just enough beds to accommodate all of you.
What is the exchange rate? Is it 100 silver? Is 1 gold, or forgot?
10
Right.
for 10, isn't it? 10 for 1, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, 10 for 1.
Warren Disengulf looks at you curiously. What planet are you from?
I don't know. Are you interested in the other planets?
He raises his eyebrow, thinks about it for a moment. Well, I've
hear-
been told
I hear
there
you.
are some out there, but I think I'm happy with the one I'm sitting on.
Then why don't you ask him what planet somebody else is from?
How else, or can't imagine why else they didn't know the exchange rate from silver to gold.
Last will take the private room for 1 gold, and then 2. The meals you said were what, 2 silver apiece?
Depends on how fine a meal you want. I can get you a modest meal for as little as a silver. A wretched meal for as little as a couple of copper.
2 comfortable meals. 1 for me, 1 for Porter. He's the goodest boy.
He raises an eyebrow. I think I got a slab of meat for him if you'd like.
That'll work just fine.
He gives you a beefsteak. There you go.
Is this a private room or is this a shared? It looks like it's a shared though.
The one you're in is a shared room. The one up here and here are the private ones.
Okay. This one looks comfy.
Yeah, and it's got but there's only 8 beds, so somebody's gonna. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, only 8 beds. One of you guys is gonna have to sleep on the couch. My vote is.
Oh, I'm gonna run. No, I was gonna say I'm going to run before somebody picks the short person. Gobber is short too.
You guys gonna.
Elias paid for the private room.
Yeah, so you get the one on the left, and whoever gets the one on the right.
I'll also pay for a private room.
Alright, Bro gets the one on the right.
That's 1 gold, isn't it?
It is indeed 1 gold.
I pay for a room and a modest meal.
And I can't remember if I responded to that yet. He did not see a red dragoness come by.
Is that a bit of meal as well, or?
Yeah, that's wait. No, the meal is a 1 silver.
So I spent 1 gold, 4 silver.
All right, looks like the little halfling who was talking about needing information already left. So
I wasn't
Oh,
asking for information.
I was.
I suspect.
oh, Beta was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, Del was.
Okay. So, Warren Dissengold looks at you curiously. What sort of information are you looking for?
There was a cloaked fellow that stayed here, not long ago. Trying to find out more about him. We ran into some trouble with him, where he destroyed the Half Pint Inn.
Alright. Roll me a persuasion check.
Alrighty. And can I use my inspiration I have for that?
You can, but you don't need to yet.
Okay. You sure about that?
Well, that was a basic success. You could have done better, but that's fine.
Okay.
Warren leans back in his chair, scratching thoughtfully at his beard. I saw him. Sure enough. Middle-aged fella, black hair, short-trimmed beard, had the look of a man carrying a heavy burden on his back. He shifts slightly, nodding towards the hearth. Spoke to Goran Bloodaxe, but not for long. Just a few words, as far as I could tell. Didn't say to drink, didn't linger to jaw. Folk that move fast tend to have the law or the devils nipping at their heels.
So the one he was speaking to, did his stance with him make you think there was some sort of familiarity there?
Give me a persuasion check. Well, nope. You got the same.
Oh!
Yeah, I ain't listened to no halfling, especially not one with an evil look in their eye like you.
What?
Life.
I'll ask him a question. I'll see if I can persuade.
Alright,
So that-
go.
So that Gorn fella, is he a regular here? Oh,
Alright.
I only rolled a 10. Damn.
He shrugs. Going as a regular, I'd say. Came into town a few months back. Hasn't left since.
Oh, dang. That's regular, right?
Tonight?
You want to try it too?
Yeah, why not? It'll be laughable, but I'll give it a go.
Alright. Give me a persuasion.
Fine. Persuasion.
And also tell me what you're gonna say to persuade him. Maybe if it's a good one, I'll actually give you advantage.
Okay. I like regulars. They tend to be good folk. Good to drink with, good to game with. Gorn here tonight?
He raises his eyebrow and then points at the north side of the bar, or north side of the tavern, where he already indicated not long ago. Yeah, Gorn's here. But you didn't need a persuasion for that. Well, that was a performance. That was information he already offered.
Okay. Didn't hear it the first time around. Kind of like side eye to know. 2 ale.
Did you want to actually try a persuasion see if you actually get any more information.
Sure. Persuasion. No, that's performance. So either way, the modifier's the same.
And you still did the best out of everyone so far.
Apparently so.
Warren leans forward, voice dropping to a gravelly whisper. Seems he's going to tell you a little more about what he's seen. You're asking about a man that wore his grief like a second skin. Black hair, fine-cut beard, noble cloak stitched in heavy thread. No street beggars make. He smirks faintly. Had a palfrey pony. Black as a moonless night. Eyes bright and temper steady. Name was Moose. Spelled like that. You don't breed a beast like that without coin and care. He pauses for a long moment, then adds, The man and Gorn spoke at length about Waterdeep. From what little I caught, more than that. I heard him mutter something about the North Ward before he left. Warren frowns deeply, as though the words themselves taste bitter. North Ward ain't a place folk whisper about unless they've got history there, or debts.
I'm sorry, I missed the last two words there. Or depths.
Death, D-E-B-T.
Debts. Got it.
Aye.
Thank you kindly.
Oh God.
2 mugs ale.
Alright, very well. You like the normal ale, or would you like something a little stronger?
Little stronger.
There you are. Since you seem like a kindly fellow, I'll give you one of them on the house. He gives you two mugs of Shadow Dark Ale.
Oh. And I'm not looking at them, so how much do those cost?
One electrum piece, but 5 silver is what it actually is.
Okay.
So question here.
Aye?
Would these NPC happen to know about the poachers, or no?
Well, the question for that would be, is the area here related to the poachers? But I would honestly say that that is something that you would want to speak someone more related to nature and history of, like the history of the surrounding woods and whatnot.
Okay. Okay, well, it doesn't seem like there's anybody like that here, so.
No, not yet.
Last,
But you're following the bread trails. This is where your path led you so far.
Alrighty.
Beta's just gonna smile and tell him that the food's very good. Thank you.
Aye, not a problem.
Elias will give Dill a look and just kind of motion his head over to the north corner of the table, take the 2 mugs of ale, and walk over and introduce himself to Gorn.
Alright, sounds good.
Planting 1 mug down in front of him.
Oh, so nice.
Sits down, smiles, and says, I promise I'm not coming on to you.
Alright. The orc hunched over his mug doesn't look up at you as you approach. He shifts slightly, the wooden chair creaking under his massive weight, but otherwise seems to content to pretend you were not there. You stand in silence for a moment longer, then feels polite. Finally, with a heavy sigh, like a bellow deflating, he grumbles into his ale without lifting his head. If you're here to chat, don't. Another slow sip, a thick knuckle raps twice against the side of his mug. If you're here to sell something, I ain't buying. He finally tilts his head just enough to glance at you, sidelong, one bloodshot yellow eye catching the firelight. If you're here to poke your nose where it don't belong. He snorts, a low rumbling from the depth of his chest. Well, you best be sure you don't mind getting it bloodied. So, speak your piece or move along.
Why don't we start with the game, and then maybe we can work our way up to bloodied. Elias will call Porter over and dig out a deck of cards.
I ain't playing.
You don't drink, you don't play. That just leaves us with the bloodied.
Oh, he's drinking.
Is he drinking the ale that I put down?
He's still drinking the one that he himself had before.
Ah.
Give me an insight check. Not bad. Yeah, so... Wait. Oh, weird. I thought that said 12. I think I'm going insane.
It was a 12 plus 3.
Yeah, 12 plus 3, 15.
So, looking at this person up and down, you can tell that he's definitely part of the underground, the darker shade of the community. And from your previous experience with stuff, if you cannot persuade them to talk, coin will normally do the trick. So, you want to try a persuasion check?
Yeah, gonna take out a three gold, put them on the table. Passed through here some years back with Captain Vold. You remember him at all?
Gorn shakes his head. I ain't been here but a few months.
He said persuasion.
Yep. Nope.
You.
And you said you were offering him 3 gold?
Yeah.
He raises an eyebrow. What is it that you're looking for?
Bit of information on a dark-cloaked man, probably nobility that you were talking with a bit back, a couple of nights ago.
Gorn's heavy brow arches approvingly as he pockets the sum of gold. You want the finer stitching, do ya? Fair enough. He huffs out a short breath. The cloak figure Sea Ward born. That's the money ward. The kind of place where gold flows thicker than ale. And, he rumbles low in his chest. Bought a conjuring trinket from the Zintarim. Not cheap, not clean. He leans forward, lowering his voice. Said he had business at Troll Skull Manor, up in the castle ward. Looked like he was meeting someone important. He drums his thick fingers once more. Went by Toro. But I'd bet a barrel of black powder that ain't his real name.
Is that Coro?
Toro, T-O-R-O.
Toro, thank you.
And he holds a hand out. Perhaps I can be persuaded to say more.
Hold on a second. I already gave him 3. Give him 4 more.
Alright, that's more than enough. He chuckles deeply as he tucks the coins into his pocket beneath his cloak. Now you're speaking my language. He leans in, voice dripping into a conspirial growl. He was from the Sea Ward, all right. Diamond Street, if you want the stones on it. Nobles, old money. And I'm actually, to make it easier on you guys, I will copy and paste all this information so you can write it as needed. He taps
Thank you, because I am trying to keep up with you talking and it's not working.
I understand. I know it's a lot of information. But don't worry, I will provide I'll provide what you need. He taps his table slowly. Got his summoner's bauble from Blackhorn Alley, the Zintarim. Dark little corner the guilds like to pretend don't exist. Paid in full, fast. He grins humorously. Said he had a meeting beneath Troll Skull Manor. The night of the 20th of Hammer, midnight sharp. Gorn's gaze sharpens. Never got his name. Went by Toro, but his real name is buried real deep. if you catch my meaning. Takes a long drink before the final truth spills out. He's tied to a cult, one that licks the boots of the 9 hells. He slams his mug down hard enough to rattle the table. You're messing with deep roots, stranger, but you've got the spine for it. So, let's see. So you are writing on the... Do you have your own journal on here?
I'm sorry, I was just typing in my notes right now.
Alright.
I can.
Is that notes in game or is it notes on a different program?
No, notes on a different program. Here's a dumb question. We usually use Fancy Grounds, which the players can't access unless the GM has it up. Does Foundry work that way?
Correct, but I can leave this up anytime you wish. The only problem is sometimes it'll disconnect because of that whole port triggering thing, but I am going to create a journal for you on the journal tab. It's just going to be called the Elias Journal.
Okay.
And I will copy and paste the information that is more critical there to make it so you're not always in the dark, because I know I offer quite a lot of information.
Honestly, and don't take this wrong, I appreciate the effort and whatnot. It's often the voices you're doing that I'm trying to translate back to English and then fucking do it.
Yeah, that's why that's one of the reasons I copy and paste, but unfortunately I will not stop doing the voices.
I'm not asking you to.
Okay.
I'm just saying it takes me longer.
Understandable. If you actually, maybe I should just make this a journal for everybody. Alright. Alrighty, so player journal. Everybody now has the access to the player journal there. It should be in it should be in the folder that says player journal. I'm gonna put them by cities. So Gordon Bloodaxe was in Leylon, so that is just the dialogue that he said. And
There we go. Player's journey.
Did I put oh, I did put journey. That's funny. And I will also add the dialogue for the innkeeper. And just remind me whenever you want me to do this, because I will forget.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually keep my own notes that vary in quality, but I do try to keep up with them.
Like I know I do more dialogue than most people, but I'm a very story-oriented player.
So yeah, so Elias will mostly listen to him.
Alright, so all of it's there now, and
Wow, I had that name terribly wrong.
Leylon. Alright.
After Elias finishes the drink, he will make his way back over towards the bar.
Well, he had one more thing to say before you walked off.
Oh, well, I'm not leaving if he's still talking.
Let's see. Alright, the orc stands tall before you, a looming wall of muscle and scars, his grimace unbroken, his gaze steady as a boulder. Slowly, the cruel smile rolls across his lips, pulling back to reveal a sharpened canines gleaming in the firelight. You've got all you need now. His voice rumbles like distant thunder, a tone that brooks no argument. With that, he turns away, heavy boots thudding against the worn floorboards as he strides towards the back of the Umberhulk shell. He does not glance back, but his voice carries over his broad shoulder. The Zinterim know the bloodlines of Waterdeep nobles better than most. If you've coin to spare, you might learn a thing or two, for a price. He rounds the corner, vanishing into the in-shadowed halls, but not before flashing one last look over his shoulder. A sly, knowing grin across his face. Tell Granger I said hello.
Granger, okay.
Yeah, and I will put that one there too. Alright, and that should be everything here. And is everybody going to sleep now?
Yep.
No.
Yes, no?
Elias is not. Elias, after the conversation, will make his way. Odell just kind of tap on his shoulder and whisper quietly. Got 7 gold I ever spent. Hit my room afterwards. We'll figure out what we're doing next.
All right.
Alright, that guy was going back down this way.
And gold.
Alright, and let's see. Everybody gonna go sleepy bye.
Glow's
Get out my
gonna
room.
Go outside and do some fishing before doing his rest.
Sure, sounds good, but how long are you gonna do fishing?
2 hours.
Alright, so just hit your fishing pole
Each
twice
6
and we'll,
hours.
yeah, hit your fishing pole twice and we will see what you get there.
It says I don't have permission to execute macro fishing table.
Oh, hang tight, let's see if I can fix that. Weird, all of you guys are supposed to be owners on that. Well, that's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit it for you for the time being, and then I'll try and figure that out later. And oh, I bet I know what it is. Now try.
Way to get him out of the room!
What the hell are you talking about?
The door shut.
Alright, so if you open up your inventory, you should notice that you now have additional rations. I think they do one at a time, so you might just need to just make one stack and delete the others. Yeah, so you got a total of 9 now.
9.
Well, yeah, because you got. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you? All right, yeah, you're right. Never mind. I thought that the 5 was a single catch.
No.
Darn shame. All
No,
right.
it throws them in stacks of 1.
All right.
So I just made a single stack 5, and I'm getting rid of the singles.
All right. So as Glow, you are walking through the bar, correct? Back to your room.
I didn't get a room because technically I don't need one.
Oh well, that's fine. So, as you are walking through the tavern, you're standing sentry, I imagine. So you're at the edge of the bar, making sure everything is all good and good to go. Then suddenly, your body gives a sharp jolt. A faint whirring rises in your chest, followed by a hollow clunk, like gear locking out of alignment. One of your arms twitch upward involuntarily. Your torso stiffens. From the seams in his plating, thin arcs of bluish arcane energy flicker. And this is loud enough for everyone to hear. Crackling briefly across his frame like a magical static, Glow turns his head towards the sound of his chest, slow and deliberate, one eye flickering. His fingers tap against his own metal plating, seeking the source of the disturbance. Sparks snap between his shoulders and chest, and his knees lock out awkwardly. A quiet rhythm, tick, 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 begins to echo from inside, something small bouncing inside the metal container. You begin to lower into a crouch, then stop halfway. The arcane sigils lining your joints flash once, dim, and then again fainter. A final spark spits from his lower back as the lights in your eyes rapidly flicker and then vanish entirely. You stand still, silent, frozen mid-movement, one arm raised, one eye dimmed, and only the sign of life is now the present tick-tick-tick tapping from deep within your chest. Faintest rustle as though something is moving inside. Now everybody is going to go and try and figure out what is going on with him, because that was a very public display.
God damn it, I guess this will have to wait.
Alright, all of you approach. You see Glow standing in the corner and rolling a d2.
Guidance.
Oh, right. As everyone gathers round, Tachibana is the first one to try and figure out what is wrong. And you rolled a full one. Okay, so this will take multiple rolls, but you notice a series of very small scratches around the seams of Glow's plating, too small to be from a weapon or tool. There's 4 cut-like shapes clustered near Glow's shoulder joint and his chest plate, too small to be from a weapon.
That looks unfortunate.
That's magic.
Well, you guys, good luck with that. I'm going to go to bed.
Oh, come on now. Someone else rolling?
Who has Arcana?
Goblix, you got the whole magic thing going on.
We're gonna do investigations.
Oh.
And that was
Wait, what?
depressing. That made me sad. Alright, so Gabru, you're a tinker. You do an investigation. You did good. Caught between 2 gears near his collar is a short tuft of soft fur, beige and blonde. Who else is going to investigate?
This is probably gonna be sad, but I'll try it.
Okay, great. That was actually a 20.
That was supposed to be my role. She stole it.
Yep. Behind
I gave her -1. Jesus.
Beta, behind the ventilation slot, you find a thin sliver of shell. A walnut, maybe? Definitely chewed.
Oh god, it's a fucking squirrel.
Squirrels.
He's got a goddamn squirrel in him.
Alright.
Yes. First nuts squirrel. Yeah.
Alright, Kobolix, you roll now.
Oh, not bad.
You are very good at this. Alright. There's a noise coming from inside. Is that squeaking? Maybe chewing? There's a rectangular seam around the center of Glow's torso, and you notice a set of hinges on one side. It looks like it can be opened.
Try to open it?
You're invading Glow's personal space. Alright, so this one's going to be an Arcana check.
Tell me on the Warforge where he touched you.
Or use a
God.
dexterity with a set of thieves' tools.
Yeah, 14.
That was high enough. As you pry open the brass-lined panel beneath Glow's sternum, there's a sudden burst of movement. A tiny squirrel launches out of the cavity in a shrill chatter like flailing limbs.
It's so cute!
An avalanche of acorns spills across the camp. Or the floor like a little landslide.
Nice!
I'm gonna try to take that thing.
I'm also going to try and grab it. I'm going to fight you for it.
The squirrel?
Absolutely.
The squirrel.
I want to taxidermy it.
my god!
The squirrel skids across the ground, stops, and spins back towards Glow. His cheeks are full, and he's clearly indignant at being evicted. He chatters aggressively at the party, then darts up Glow's side and scurries into the shoulder compartment. Does anyone have animal or speak with animals or anything like that?
Only
no.
kind of, sort of, does not apply here.
Oh shit. I don't think I have that.
Mine only works with snakes.
I only have animal handling that I can't
That's
speak to them.
Can I just dive in? I got small hands. Can I just slam one of my hands in there and try to fish it out?
Well, as the last acorn clatters to the ground and everything settles from the chaos, a faint hum begins to stir within Glow's chest. It rises slowly, like a forge fire reigniting. Small sigils act into his shoulder plating, pulse once with soft bluish light, then again steadier this time. A click, a whir, the sound of a resetting mechanism echo through his frame. Joints twitch and long, idle servos resume motion, and the tension in his limbs begin to release. A small burst of arcane sparks dances up his spine as arc's conduit lines flicker to life. Finally, his eyes flare, briefly blinding before dimming to his usual glow. Glow stands still for a moment longer, shoulders squared, spine straight. Then, slowly as he turns his head towards the pile of acorns and the squirrel now perched proudly on his shoulder, he's back online.
No, the squirrel's so cute.
Or too many acorns this time.
This time?
It's a girl?
Is this thing supposed to be in you?
This is my friend Sam.
Groovy.
It looks like a girl.
I'm gonna, turn my head to the side and slightly mumble, yeah, I guess I did. It's a good thing I didn't try to, snap that thing's neck and take it with me.
Totally cute.
And
It's got the ribbon and everything.
you guys can collect the acorns. There are two piles of 5.
Yep, that's somebody else's mess to pick up.
I guess I'll pick some.
I collect Sam's acorns.
Alright, so we'll just click on them and loot them.
Should have you get a satchel to keep her snacks in.
Would be a good idea.
Alright, and Sam the Squirrel is now a player follower for you, so you can take him out whenever you wish. Otherwise, he's just chilling in the compartment.
Yay!
Don't.
So is this just a squirrel, or is this like a smart squirrel?
It is a squirrel.
Although squirrels are incredibly intelligent rodents.
Where's the tree units?
Do you want me to tell him the significance of the squirrel, or do you want to?
Go ahead. You'll tell it better.
Glow has been alone for upwards of 50 years, and towards the last few years, he made one friend. Sam the Squirrel has been the only friend of Glow in a lonely place for a long time.
Oh, that's cute. Sarah did
That's
not
very-
say that.
Sarah
That's-
didn't say that.
Sarah's user said that.
That's very cute, Glow. Whispers to Dell. How long do squirrels live anyway?
It's a good question, actually.
Enough if there's
3
no
years.
predator to kill them.
Dang! Some of them can live up to 18 years.
You can have a teenager.
Yeah, you might have a teenage squirrel right there.
Teenage
So
mutant squirrel.
everybody, let's go ahead and roll a long rest.
Well, before us sleeping, Elias is absolutely going to, in private, have a discussion with Dell.
Okay. I think I made a mistake here. Yeah, I did. So when you guys level up your character, you're supposed to continue the amount of experience. So you guys had 300 experience, so you should have 300 out of 600. Well,
300 out of 900.
Yeah,
yeah,
300
whatever.
Yeah, 300 out of 900.
Remaining 600, I mean. So,
Yeah.
Glow,
0 out of 900.
Yeah, that's not what it's supposed to be. So, Glow, do you remember last time how we were keeping track of the experience?
In a journal?
Yes.
You mind helping me with that again? You got an additional 300 experience today, so you should be 600 out of 900.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And we'll just put that in the we will put the, why can't I find it? Journal. Alright, player journal. And we're gonna make a one called progress.
Well, since we're syncing to D&D Beyond, do we have to, like, is there somewhere on D&D Beyond we enter the XP?
I think that was actually a mistake someone we made, because when you very first made your character, you should be able to pick between checkpoint and experience. So if you change your experience from checkpoint to experience, you should be able to keep track of it there. But everyone's going to have the same amount of experience unless for some reason one of you die. So
If you want to add it onto your thing, you just have to click the edit button and you should be able to put it in there on your sheet. Click the little edit button back, the little wrench that's in the top left corner.
that also works.
Got it. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah.
I do not see the journal entry you speak of.
I have not finished making it yet, sorry.
Okay. Does that mean I'm in charge of experience again?
If you wouldn't mind, I will also try to remember, but, you know, I got a lot to think about.
Alright.
Alright, so I went ahead and updated it this time. It says experience points 600 out of 900.
Alright.
And thank you, everybody, for coming. This is the end of the session. Did everybody hit long rest?
Yes.
I did, yes.
I did, sir.
Excellent. And from, well, I don't, yeah. Next session, you guys will probably be leaving. Heading down to the deeps.
Alright.
The deeps?
I wonder if maybe we should just end at the, actually end at the gates of Waterdeep.
The deeps?
The deeps. In fact, yeah, why don't we go ahead and do that?
9 o'clock, you good to keep going, Haley?
We're not really going to keep going. We're
no.
just going to switch to the Faerun map and move you guys down to Waterdeep.
Okay, because I admit I'm fading very fast.
Pansies.
Lights like dark.
So here you guys are, and I don't
You know
remember
I'm
exactly how
fragile.
long it is. It's an additional about 230 miles to Waterdeep. And let me see if I can see how long that takes. You guys arrived on the 15th day of Hammer in the year of 1495, the year of Tyrant's Pawn. Tyrant's, yeah, and let's see, you guys, so you gotta use up 10 days of rations, and then we will work on 80 hours of downtime that you guys had while traveling.
Uh-oh, 10 days
Right,
of rations.
well-
I think I need to buy rations.
Yeah, we're gonna be shopping and whatnot, like, before we leave.
Yeah.
So,
And
Glow doesn't eat, and he just got 5 things of rations for
yeah,
fishing.
Glow doesn't even eat, so that's and
On
yeah,
top of the 7 I already have.
yeah. If you guys want to shop beforehand, that's fine. Just wanted to make sure that we stopped in stopped at the next checkpoint. And yeah, everybody can now catch their own rations now, so you guys are moving along the Sword Coast.
Yeah, it's nice and all, but that'll slow us down. And I've got gold, so I'm gonna buy rations, and I'm gonna pay that craftsman to make me a nice shark tooth necklace. In fact, Dell, do you want one? We'll have one. They'll be like best friend necklaces.
Well, I do want to mention
lordy.
that the downtime is not optional. You are allowed to travel at most 8 hours per day, and that leaves you 8 hours of downtime and then 8 hours of sleep.
During each of those 8 hours, I'm going to look for spots to fish and fish.
Alright, so you are traveling along the Sword Coast, so you can just go ahead and hit that. And are you doing the entire 80 hours fishing? Just so you know, rations do expire.
I will fish for each day to have enough for everyone.
Alright, so you just want to provide everybody their rations?
Yes.
Alrighty, so let me see now. So
He's kind of handy to have around.
and there's 9 people for a total of 10 days, and yeah, you probably don't want to. Yeah, it's gonna take at least 9, and you don't want to freaking hit that fishing pole 80 times, do you?
No.
Alrighty, so hit it 10 times, and we will multiply the number by 10.
Alright. 1. And it's saying, oh wait, I don't have a token.
Yeah, that's right. Hold on, I got you. Hello. Alright, you're just gonna hang out right here as the unstoppable giant of the Sword Mountains. Alright, nothing that time. Nothing that time. That time you got 3. Nothing that time either. So far you have 30. Alright, that one's 2, so you have 50 total now. And was that 2? Trout and a crab, so that's an additional 20, so that is 70. And is that all 8 times? No, that's 90 right there. Is that 90? I think that's 90. Yeah, and then you stare at the ceiling, nothing.
So that was 8.
Alright, so you got a total of 90 rations, which is exactly what you needed the last 10 days.
Alright, I got us our rations.
Yeah. So a funny thing about it is you don't even have anything in your inventory. Just everything is you ended where you started.
Right. I've taken care of our rations.
Hey, thank you for feeding me.
Yeah, now that I think about it, you actually have 10 additional ones because you don't eat.
So we only technically needed 80.
Yep, totally forgot about that one.
Wait, should my character be hunting also?
That is entirely up to you. By the way, we're done, so if anybody wants to go ahead and go to bed, you're more than welcome to. We're just doing extra stuff for, yeah.
I'm still
Alrighty, everybody. I need to go lay down.